We are in black now. Agent Venom and Relax the Accursed. Now, if you don't know, Agent Venom is not Eddie Brock, it's Flash Thompson, so he has Flash. So it's 2-3 with Flash and Menace. Makes sense. He's very menacing. And whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you draw a card and lose 1 life. I don't know why. I, it should be when he kills someone else, you get to draw and lose. I don't know why it gives you info or intel because something you control dies. Yeah, the flavor is not on point, but the card art is on point. I like Agent Venom quite a bit as a character. So Rylix the Accursed, on the other hand, is someone that's enveloped by a symbiote and he has like these ooze coming out of him, and he's no, he's not coming out of him. He's like killing people using the super strength given by the symbiote, and this is the blood of the thing he's killing, I guess. Yeah, I like the card. I like the card quite a lot. I'm going with Agent Venom because of the mismatch of the effect. The effect is good, but it doesn't fit with Flash Thompson. But it has Flash, so the fun is not bad. Uh, 7 minus. Now, Rylex, it gets an 8 minus. Just because I like these symbiotes so much. Alien Symbiosis, or Symbiosis. Enchant creature, it gets +1/+1 menace and is a symbiote in addition to its other types. And you may cast it from your graveyard by discarding a card in addition to its other cast. So it's a Venom that comes back. The art is fine. The background is so nothing. I can't give this card more than a 6. Aggressive symbiosis. So this is a symbiote that's bonding to a vampire, seems, and it's bonding without its consent. I think it's aggressive, and it's such an interesting thing. And you see that it's glowing from the inside. I want to know more about the symbiote. I want to go there. 7. Now this. Behold the Sinister Six. You have the Sinister Six. You res 6 creatures with different names. Makes sense. A slam dunk, flavorful. 8. Also, the art is quite good. Hex of Undead. X means 6, and it also means like a curse. So cool. We have Liliana here, and she's looking upon an entire field of dead. So why 6? Also, this art looks unfinished. I'm sorry, 6. Like the number of creatures you get. It's cool we have Liliana, but... Okay, so Black Cat, Cunning Thief, 5 mana for a 2-3. When it enters, you look at the top 9 cards because she has 9 lives. You exile 2 of them face down, and you put the rest of on the bottom, and you may play them, and you can use mana of any type to play them. So 9. She has 9 lives. She has 2 cats here, so 2 cards. Okay, not very powerful. It's not also very interesting because it's a effect we have seen before. It should have been something she does when she deals combat damage to a player, I think. Maybe you get 1 card, but you still look at 9 of them. And I would have liked something about her luck powers. So she has a device that gives her luck powers, like bad luck powers. So maybe like whenever an opponent flips a coin or rolls a die, you can make them reroll or reflip them. Would have been cool. Yeah, this is just a normal card. She gets 5. 5 plus because of the art. Ranch, she is from Gastal, but we can see she is in Avishkar from the background. So this is during the race, the Ether Drift. This makes me think about Ether Drift. So this gets a 2. So there is no flavor here. Common Crook, it's a common card. And it's a 2/2 for 2 that when it dies, it creates a treasure token. Perfectly fine card for limited. It's a rogue villain, so you can even put it in outlaw deck. And in fact, we have outlaws from Thunder Junction here. Common Crook has an interesting perspective in the art. I like the green, I like the blue and the orange from the front. I'll give the Spider-Man card a good 7 minus. And I'm going to give Common Crook with the Thunder Junction art a 5. The death of Gwen Stacy. This is when Spidey tries to save Gwen and instead he snaps her neck. It's a great card. You destroy a creature, you make everyone discard unless they lose life, and then you exile any number of target players' graveyard. So the destroy is, I guess, Green Goblin curling hair out of a bridge. And then you have the second one, which is like, choose Spider-Man, you can save her, or you can save the school bus, or whatever. And then the last one is you exile. That is difficult to see what the effect represents. Like you exile any number of target players' graveyard. Maybe it's Spider-Man getting over her death finally, or it's a bit difficult to say. The house grows hungry. It's Valgavat becoming more and more powerful and eating the sun, I think, like from the Duskmourn lore. And it's a wallpaper art. Perfect. Death of Gwen Stacy normal. It gets 5.5 half because it's a powerful card and I like it. The house grows angry, gets a 9. Eddie Brock. It's a 3 mana 3/3 that returns a creature with mana value 1 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Why? He's saving someone, I guess, because he's the lethal protector. Then you transform it, and he becomes Venom, lethal protector. The art is okay. The art is just very greenish blue. It's a 5/5 mana trample haste. Venom is only a 5/5. Okay. And whenever it attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, draw X cards. Then you may put a permanent card with mana value X or less from your hand onto the battlefield, where X is the sacrificed creature's mana value. What's happening here? Is it Venom eating someone and getting stronger? Why is it putting things onto the battlefield instead of like growing? Nah, not feeling it. And give it Eddie Brock like a 3 because it makes no sense to me. And giving Venom Little Protector me a 4. Then we are going to see Viggo, not Viggo Mortensen, but Viggo, Enforcer of Higgs Crossing. Do we know an Higgs Crossing? I don't think so. But he is staring down a werewolf, it seems. He is not dressed in any way. Like there is a little girl or boy behind him. He doesn't look like an Innistrad denizen. He has like this old night thing going on. But he is an interesting character. And the fact that there are werewolves and that they look like they wear armor, so they are sentient. So this is the symbiote world. I want to go there even more. because then he becomes Viggo and of Higgs Crossing, because he fuses with this amazing symbiote and it's destroying everything. So Viggo for me, just for me, he gets 8, and the transformation gets 9. Gwenom is a broken card. Gwenom is Bolas's Citadel on a commander. So, yeah, I mean, you have to attack, but even if she dies, you still get the effect. She is Spider Gwen with the Venom. For 5, that's a lifelink. You even get some life back, so you can cast more things. The art is beautiful. She gets 8.5. Egrix is a symbiote spider hero, so it's a symbiote that's fused to a spider and it's leaking like acid, and it's in this mushroom forest. It's so cool. She gets a 9 minus. The minus is because the art is not that crispy. It lacks details. Then we have Inner Demon Gangster. So these are the people that work for Mr. Negative. It's a 3444 that it's a free discard outlet. You can use it only at sorcery speed, but it's very good in limited. And then I could even use it in a deck. It's not a bad card at all for a common. The art is very generic. In the Inner Demon Gangster look good because the original design is good, but the art is a bit too generic for my taste. The card is very nice. It's a 6.5. Caldaya Bronens, it's a bunch of random people from the streets of New Capenna. One is using a chair, one is using a baseball bat, and one is using like a ham bone. This gets a 7 minus. Now these are Montana, Fancy Dan, and Ox. So very minor villains from Spider-Man. What? It's the fun part of Spider-Man. He's a street level hero. There are some villains that are just guys. And the card is good. It's a 2/1 for 2 lifelink that can ping every opponent, so you can gain life also. In Commander, it's 4 to deal 1 to each opponent and gain 3 life. It's not bad. The Merciless Forces from Thunder Junction is too glossy. The art it looks too smooth for me, which is a problem I have with. I have with Thunder Junction in general. People are too clean. It's the Wild West. You should be dusty and stuff. So Merciless Enforcers, for just for the concept alone, that's 6.5 plus. And Merciless Enforcers gets 4. No, gets a 3. Morlun, Devourer of Spiders. So this is an interdimensional vampire that eats spider totems. So he wants to eat all the Spider-Man, the multiverse, to keep growing stronger and live forever. It's a very good card. I think it comes with extra 1/1 counters and it deals damage to opponents. You gain a bunch of life and you deal direct damage. So in any life link, in any life based deck, it's a good card. You drop it for 6 mana, it's a 6/5 that deals 4 to an opponent and you gain 4. Can end games. Louis Pompous Pillager is one of the vampire conquistadors from Ixalan. I like it because of that, and it's in the Lost Caverns, as you can see from the background. Looks like a slash art, like something that wasn't used in Ixalan, but it's okay. I like the reuse of art that we haven't seen before. But I like the art for Morlun a lot more. He gets a 9, and Louis gets an 8. Parker Luck. So Peter Parker, as you may know, is one of the people with the worst luck in the world. The Parker luck is named after him. So every Peter Parker in the multiverse has bad luck. Maybe one saves himself, but yeah, usually everything goes bad for him. The card is very, very funny. you 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 choose two players, they show each other the top card, and they deal each other damage equal to the cost of that card, and then they draw the card. So you can choose yourself, but you can even choose opponents to do it in a multiplayer environment. It's a funny card. It's an interesting card. But the art, for me, it's too. Bah, it's it's Parker looking at the window, and in the reflection he sees all this bad luck. It's too cluttered for me. For me, it's a 6. Duskmon's Claim. So it's a cultist from Valgavoth. It's getting messed up by like a demon coming out of like a tear in the fabric of Duskmon. Does it make sense with the effect? No, doesn't make sense with the effect. So it gets. I like the art better, but doesn't make sense with the card itself. So it gets a 5.5. Okay, so Prison Break. You return a creature from your graveyard to the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter, and it has Mayhem. Yeah, it's just Electro and Rhino and a bunch of other villains escaping from Riker Island. It's passable. But we also have Prison Break on. Is it Ravnica? Yeah, there are goblins. There is a Loxodon. Yeah, it's Ravnica because we see the Azorius symbol on the wall. So they are escaping from Azorius prison. I like the color, I like everything. Prison Break gets a 5. But Prison Break from the Ravnican prison gets a 7.5. Also because just the idea of someone breaking out of an Azorius prison is something we never seen before. Risky research, survey 2, draw 2, lose 2, something we see every set nowadays. This Dr. Octopus is just so meh looking at a 4. Clandestine work, it's on New Capenna, and they are smuggling some precious jewels inside coffins. Yeah, it's a good idea, but it's too dark to see it. The whole, you have to strain your eyes to see what's happening. So almost black and white. So it gets maximum. It's a 5 plus, nothing more. Sandman's Quicksand. Mayhem 4, 3 mana Mayhem, but you can pay more because it gives everyone -2/-2, but if you cast it from Mayhem, it gives only your opponent's creatures -2/-2. I don't know. This Sandman looks like a very dangerous one. So maybe a 6. Miasmic Mist it looks like unfinished art. The green is good, but it's smudged. I don't know how to convey what I want to say, but it looks like a smudged art. Looks like it needs another pass, and it's just generic miasmic mist, which you can see everywhere. So it's a 5. Scorpion, City Striker. Scorpion climbing a skyscraper and going after Spider-Man. Is a 3/3 with that touch, which makes sense. Beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, target creature you control connives. It's not even a bad card. I just don't like Scorpion. Like, I like the concept of Scorpion. I don't like the mask, like the noseless mask. Even in the comics, I mean, I like McGargan as a Scorpion, like the big like, McGargan is the Scorpion. But I like when he gets like the big armor type, not the first suit. This is a 5. Corvus Ames, Crime Lord. It's an outlaw with a giant pet scorpion. You know, it's Thunder Junction, but it's a giant pet scorpion, so it's an 8. This is a funny way to do things. We have Scorpion's Sting, like the Sting from the villain named Scorpion, and we have Scorpion's Sting, like the Sting from a Scorpion. And it looks like it's not even a real Scorpion, it looks like it's a Manticore. But, you know, it's a Scorpion's tail, so it makes sense. Wonderful dynamic art, and the light coming through the crumbling ceiling is a nice touch. I'm giving it also it's just a removal -3/-3 for 2. Um, I'm giving Scorpion Sting a 7, and I'm giving Scorpion Sting number 2 a 5 because the art is just bleh. Soulstone chase card for the set. There are like 4 versions of this card. It's everyone will that runs black and commander wants this card. It's an indestructible mana rock that becomes like something that reanimates a creature every turn. The regular art, like not even looking at the extra art, the regular art we can see here is the best art. It's is this Infinity? Looking at the Soulstone, like in the classical Mox pose from the old Moxen. It's a beautiful piece of art. I'm giving it a 9. The Terminus of a Return, it even changes type. It becomes a Terminus Stone instead of Infinity Stone, because I guess Infinity is copyrighted, and it becomes harnessed, and then it has an origin instead of the Infinity symbol, still because of copyright, I guess. Terminus of a Return, it's also an excellent piece of art. It gives me Shadowmoor vibes, so it's an 8.5. Spider-Man Noir, I like the golden hue. It's a 4/4 with menace for 5 mana. And whenever a creature you control attacks alone, you put a counter on it, and then you surveil it, so it says the number of counter. It's too much for too little. The art is nice. Giving it a 7 minus. Crobble, Envoy of the Bug, just a nice guy. Look at him. He's going, yay! He's a tarantula man. In some plane we don't know. He's a friendly fellow. I'm going to give him an 8 minus. So the spots portal is a spot removal. Everyone made that this joke already, but it is. It's a card. It's a black card that puts a creature on the bottom of its owner's library, which is strange, but it makes sense with the spot. So I'm all for it. And you lose life unless you control a villain. Okay. I love that Spider-Man is reaching for the burger while being sucked inside the spot portal. This is an 8. Remorseless Coup is a Thunder Junction art. Someone is getting buried up till the neck, but the fact that they are they are taking the head, 1, and 2, there is a little lizard. Oh, hello Nuki, this is my cat. The fact that there is a little lizard looking at it makes me like the art, so it gets an 8. Swarm, Being of Bees. It's a 2/2 flash flying with Mayhem 1. So just a bread and butter Mayhem card for the Mayhem deck. Really doesn't feel like Swarm. It should make insect tokens at least. Maybe when it dies, it splits into bees. Should do something like that. Maybe have Death Touch. Really doesn't feel like Swarm. This is a 4. Whack-Do Midnight Hunter. Just a lot. It's let's zoom a little bit. It's a being made out of a lot of different insects. Like, what if it's like of something like Grist? Like maybe comes from the same plane as Grist, like the Hunger Tide. Like, you know, the insect planeswalker, and there are insect beings on there. No, it's from Amonkhet, I think. There are obelisks in the background, and it's in a desert, so it makes sense. It's from Amonkhet. It's like a demon from a demon, and it's an insect from. It's from the Scarab God. It's like something that's working for the Scarab God. That's so cool. Also, we know from Amonkhet that there is a new pantheon of gods that's waking up. You know, the Scarab and the Locust and the Scorpion God. But there are also some other gods that were buried and forgotten, and they're coming back. Makes sense. So Tombstone. It's still strange that we have Tombstone, but we don't have Kingpin. I guess they're waiting for Daredevil to have Kingpin. But so when Tombstone enters, you return a villain from your graveyard to your hand, and villain spell you cast cost one less. So it's when villain Kindred. Okay, there are too few villain cards to make this work. Neil, Vessel of Valgavot, it's another Valgavot faithful, surrounded by monsters, and it's opening a book. I'm going to give Tombstone 5. And I'm going to give Nielsen 5 plus. Neil. This is Venom Evil Unleashed. 4/5 death touch for 4/5. 3. Exile this card from your graveyard. You put 2+1 counters on a creature, and it gains death touch until end of turn. So it's like the symbiote coming out for a bit and giving someone a hand. This doesn't function like Venom at all. Yeah, not very Venomy. Effects, Gift of Malice. So they are gifts. Someone is gifting these symbiotes to someone, and it's coming. It's like a crocodile. Like the opening, it works like a mouth, and it's going to eat someone. As I said before, I love this. So Venom Unleashed. Also, the art is nothing special. So Venom Unleashed gets 4.5. Yep, don't like it. Tefet gets I think gets a 7. Tefet gets a 7.5. I like the crocodile thing. Venomized cat. Okay, so good idea, I guess. 2/3 with that touch when it enters meets 2 cards. Okay, it's so normal. Also, we don't have symbiote matter cards, so why are there so many symbiote cards? The fact that it's a symbiote card is funny, and it's taking like playing with a mouse. Okay, 6. Bane marked Leonin. Is this a Leonin? It looks like a raccoon. This is one of the symbiotes that I don't like. If it looked like a lion with a symbiote on it, it would be maybe 9. As of now, it's worse than the Venomized cat. It's a Venom's Hunger. Too generic. I'm sorry. This is it's just a removal spell with Venom that goes. It's a 4. Damning Caress. It's a card with vampire biting a neck number 2055. It gets a 3. Villainous Wrath. It's a Wrath of God. But also you make someone lose life equal to the creatures they control. Doc Ock looks so goofy. So goofy here. We had better looks for Doc Ock. Yeah, it's 6. Villainous Wrath on the other hand. Oh, this is oh, Jonathan Weishak, you did something. You did something. This is eerie. This is an 8. This is an 8 plus. Eh, yeah, I want to play this. I don't want to play the Spider-Man one, but I do want to play this one in paper. And I will. See you later, true believers. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe.